hey folks, Species7 here. How's everybody doing today? I'm gonna look at something a little bit different. Well, at least for me it is. This is called Signs of Life, and it's one of the newer ones in what seems to be a really up-and-coming genre of these sort of Terraria-type games, as it is likely to be compared to that as well as the newer Starbound. And what you're going to find with a lot of people that look at this game and are looking at the comparison is that they find the controls to be a little off. And the control system, granted, is quite different. You basically, your hotbar is up here in these what they call scroll slots, and using your number keys you can switch between them. Your first one has your sort of multi-tool in it, and you can scroll through the different functions of your multi-tool with the mouse wheel. Your second one has weapons and such that you would hold. You know, like now I have a sword, right? So and get down. Or low swings. You know, your third one, which currently I have nothing in, but that holds firearms. Guns, you're given a flare gun and a 9mm pistol when you first start the game. Which is not to say the pistol always has ammo for it, and mine unfortunately didn't. Come here, chicken. Don't be running away, it ain't gonna do any good. There we go. So yeah, that's for that. The other one is utilities, and 4 or 5 has building pieces, and 6 has things that, oddly enough, you seem to be able to throw, like bricks and things. But hey, that's okay. Pretty much every review I've seen has started with the character creation, which you can't zoom in. So this is where you're looking at your character from. So I didn't really want to waste a bunch of time on character creation. I will tell you that it does indeed have a pretty robust system, and for people that like those things, it works well. Now, do I have any torches? I do. Happy me. Let's just put one on the wall here. Yeah, let's put one on the wall there. Nice. Okay, this is my smelter. It's kind of the first thing I've actually come across that's of any sort of, well, come across. Most of this game involves crafting, and this list starts with about 8 or 9 items and works its way up, and I have all of the sub-items closed, as you can see. Ooh, I got a new thing in science. A standard lens, eh? Oh, because I discovered glass. And what material is this? Iron ingots. Well, I don't have iron yet. It is a collection type. You can use this tool that they give you. It will mine most of what you run into, keeping in mind the premise that you don't have the best tool available even for that, because it's been damaged a little bit from sitting about. Ooh, look at all these eggs. These chickens have been busy. I think they're actually trapped down here. I think completely by accident. Yep, I trapped a bunch of chickens, which is kind of nice because they've been laying eggs. I wonder what that is. Ooh, now I'm intrigued. So yeah, you collect things, you craft things. The more things you collect and the more things you craft, the more recipes your companion computer, there he is, you can serve up items. Gives you hints if it doesn't have anything really impressive to say, but it will also tell you when you've discovered items that give you new recipes, and new recipes mean better chances of survival, new ways of doing things. I'm about an hour to 2 hours into the game, and at this point I have just finally gotten my smelter. I can build fires and do things like that, which allows you to cook your meat. You have a fairly interesting inventory system, although in all honesty I find the items to be a little bit tiny for any sort of ease of use. But beyond that, not bad. It can get crowded really quickly. You do want to be keeping an eye on this. So, you know, it doesn't hurt to manually move things about now and then. But keep in mind, if you take them out of your personal inventory and put them in the ship inventory, what do we got here? Ooh, cooked bacon. I should probably keep that with me. Cooked chicken? Yep. And cooked raw meat. Cooked red meat. I was going to say cooked raw meat. Alright, this is a tricky game. Right, I have a saw and a hammer that I built, and most of the rest of this is materials. It comes with this as well when you start, and you can build other pouches. My advice, build them as quickly as you can, as soon as you have the materials. Because there'll be an excavator pouch, and then all of these sort of materials will appear in there instead of being mixed into general inventory. Much like the different bags that they have in Minecraft. You have a miners and a foresters and a beekeepers, etc. This has a similar idea. But again, some of the items are really tiny, a little bit hard to look at. The options menu when you start is pretty darn robust. Certainly has anything you'd need. And considering that in general you gotta figure games like this aren't really going purely on graphics, right? It's gameplay. So, see, my thing doesn't yet have the power to be used in that particular portion of its functions. I can use this for mining, I can use this for picking items up, but that's my little computer dude. The yellow doesn't yet do anything for me, other than give me a little bit of light at night. And the purple, I don't know, it says U, I think that says, but it doesn't seem to really do anything either. You do need to eat food to replenish both your energy bar and your health bar. Your energy, of course, is to operate your laser, your wrist device, and your health bar is, of course, your, well, health. It's an original, isn't it? So it's a gathering type game, which is precisely what you see I'm doing here. Oh, that was kind of a waste, but that's okay. We can get all of these things back, as long as they are in range. That very last one isn't, but I don't want to jump on this guy, because they really hurt. So, oh, I see, I really can't. Well, I could, but anyway. So there you are. It is all about gathering. The more things that you gather, like I said, the more things you can craft, the easier your life becomes. There are lots of other buildings, different types of things like that to discover. You're certainly not stuck with living in here. Generally you would start with an underground base, much like you would with Minecraft. You can build yourself roofs and walls, etc, etc, etc. So, Terraria, I was not a great fan of. Terraria, sorry. It was interesting, but it didn't really seem to have that much of a purpose. Other than, there are enemies in this game, but they're not the big focus. Like, normal survival is far more your priority. And the whole crafting thing, which so far seems pretty huge. I really like the art style on this compared to both Terraria and Starbound. In fact, Starbound I find to be far too much of this, you know, whatever they want to call it, retro, or whatever they really think they want to call it, you know. Bottom line is oh, come on, I can't catch up to him, I can't kill him. Bottom line of it is if I wanted to play a game like it looked like it was from 1993, well, I wouldn't have spent all this money on a good gaming computer. Alright, I should have trapped him first, because basically I just got a couple of whacks at him. Well, we'll pick fruit and pretend it never happened. You can't starve. The animals mainly are for leather, etc. You can do quite fine surviving on the different fruits and stuff that you will come across, that if you don't cut down the trees they grow on, they will replenish themselves as well. So you can really never run out of food. And it's not entirely gathering, as I say, there is combat involved. What do we got here? I do believe I finally found some iron. Hopefully. Okay, that's just bone, but I think that other reddish colored one was iron. Which is nice, because I really do need some iron about now. Cotton. So yeah, that's your method for gathering resources. It is a huge, huge place. I did actually go all night and all day on a straight line walk in that direction. And came across a couple of other buildings amongst other things. As far as I know, in here, you are completely safe. Out in the real world, maybe not so much, but again, there's also things you... Ooh, it is iron. Let's smelt that up. So there we go. We got our little smeltery going. You put coal on this side. And I see I found some more coal, so let's put it in there. And then whatever you want to cook. I found recipes just by... See? You're never going to believe this, but I figured out a new recipe. Crazy, right? Because that's the first time I've made an iron ingot. Okay? So, yeah, nice. You can pick up any of this stuff again once you've placed it. That's not an issue. Mud bricks, I could turn those into hardened bricks if I wanted. I threw sand in there. That's how I discovered glass and about 8 other recipes. So it's kind of nice that way. I believe you can also cook your food in here. Can you? I throw a steak in here? No. Okay. Food you gotta cook over a campfire. And a campfire is fairly easy. You just need a pocket full of rocks and some sticks and away you go. And you can build a campfire, you can cook food, and carry on from there. It goes very, very deep as far as the mining end of it. Like, you can go a long way down. I actually just wanted to know what that one piece was. Let's see, you can put things back in. Here we go. Don't want all my chickens falling down in there, or I won't get all the eggs I used to get. So nighttime's coming. Nighttime can be a little bit nasty, but one of the things that can be said about it that's a positive is these guys are awful. Oh, see what I mean? They will do all kinds of damage. At night, they don't tend to want to muck about. They'll actually just sort of lay there and let you beat them. I really shouldn't have stepped on them to start with, but that was my own silliness. And then you can pick up the little piece he drops, and now if you walk on him it's okay, because it was actually his spiny part that you picked up. So, this level I'm pretty safe to hang around here, day or night. It's not likely I'm going to run into anything that's gonna give me too much trouble. Oh, here we go. Here's a critter that's just a little bit stuck. Now, providing... Oh, there we go. Oh, no. He was only stuck in one direction. Yeah, I don't think I particularly want to go chasing around after him down there. It's getting a little bit dark. So, I can, of course, just simply hold on to a torch. That'll give me some light. Right? Nice. But there we go. I kind of wanted to give you guys... I wonder, can I actually stick a torch in here on the wall? No. Because right-clicking... There's my fire starter. Oops, I skipped past it. And you can see it'll... Again, you can't right-click things in here. But with the fire starter, you can click it, and I'll end up lighting fire to the grass, won't I? Yup. Yeah. Not good. Oh, good. But if you have a, if you've actually placed what they call a campfire down first, yeah, that's really good. That'll just keep following until it hits a spot with no grass. But if you place a campfire down and then use your flint and tinder, you will of course get a proper spark out of it and get a nice fire. So there's also, like here, campfire, wooden door, respawners. These things come under actual projects, and they take usually a tool and a couple of different items to build. And then, like I say, you've got your regular crafting. And now, because I just cast that iron ingot, I can now make iron swords, iron axes, iron spears, all kinds of good stuff. Right? So pretty much everything that I was limited to wood and copper, now I've moved up to and can build out of iron. So that's really good. And, an iron pick. Ooh, I need 3 ingots. That's too bad. How about a copper pick? Sure, let's make one of those. So you simply click craft, and now you'll notice I actually have a copper pick here. Anything that is equipable will automatically equip, so you don't have to worry about that. And that's kind of nice. It auto stacks everything. Like I said, the only thing you really want to keep an eye on is before you get too terribly much stuff, try and get some packs built. And there are quite a few, and they do offer them up fairly early. It's just sometimes you think, well, I'd rather use my materials for other things. Yeah, you really want to know? Try and get the packs built. Seriously. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out where I've left lights. Oh, here we are, lights. Torches. Oh, yes, please. Many, 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 many torches. Sure, let's go for 50. There we go. Now we have 50 torches. So, and the reason that I've got so many big lists out here is because I have a lot of these are expanded right now. There we go. If you actually go down, like here's all the tools that I can now make. Right, and this is, I mean, just the what you can make for armor sets alone is pretty staggering. And it goes on, and as it gets more and more complex, of course, the more things you discover. And eventually you can get into enemy bases and things like that. So these are all just the main categories, right? And you can see, like armor sets, I have 28 subcategories already after only 2 hours of play. So, very good. Very good. I wanted to give you guys a little look at this. If you're interested, I can do a few different plays on it as I move through the game and progress. If not, it is well worth looking at. It is still considered in early access, but the developer is releasing patches and updates all the time, unlike some other games. So, there you go. This has been Species 7. I hope you enjoyed our look at Signs of Life. And until next time, take care of each other, folks, and ciao for now.